Oh, I had 3 winners.
Oh.
3. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm going with Washington with Sonny Styles.
yeah,
I thought that was a perfect fit in the fact that they were able to sit there and get him. Loved Carolina with Monroe Freeling. Fantastic.
You loved Freeling.
I really think he's got a chance to be good. And I like Philly a lot with Makai Lemon. I thought that the fact that they leapfrogged the Steelers and
who were drafting him.
Who were going to draft him. And here's the thing about Philly that's so impressive. They see a problem, they flood the problem with answers. And obviously they're going to make some sort of move. I mean, it seems obvious with A.J. Brown. So they go and get some wide receivers in free agency, and now they draft Makai Lemon. And I told you his player comp for me was Lavernius Coles, who's one of my all-time favorite players. Hopefully he has a career similar to Lavernius.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's funny to see the certain teams that get so much attention post-draft, and there's been like just on this show alone there I feel like there's been like 8 Rams segments, 10 Chiefs segments, right? Like it's like, you know, talk about the Denver Nuggets and so, you know, there's not really a lot to talk about like with the Commander, like everyone was super high on Sonny Styles, but then, you know, the Commanders get him and so it's, you know, not as big of a deal. Everyone was so high on my Lemon. He's going to go to the Rams. They're going to set this team up. Oh my goodness. And he goes to the Eagles. Now it's like the biggest story out of that is, that they leapfrogged the Steelers and he was on the phone. Like that's more of what they're talking about more than anything. I love the My Lemon move. I mean, we were talking about this in the live stream, you know, about the height and the weight of some of these receivers and like, you know, you would think that obviously the bigger and stronger you get technically the slower you are, but you would think that like wide receivers, if you just had to guess based on how you know football's played, you'd be like, isn't it good to be like 6 feet 4 inches and jacked and this and that, and it's just like it's not the way it always goes. And what I love about My Lemon really is the Almond Rose Brown comp. And the yards after catch is something that the Eagles have lacked so Uke. I've gone over those numbers and over those stats more in depth, and I please find someone who's gone in more in depth than I have with Yak and some of this, you know, this ability to do these dump-off passes and get big gains, you know, screen passes behind the line of scrimmage passes, etc., right? A lot of these schemed throws. And so that's what My Lemon brings to this team. And that's what I'm so excited about for them. You know, he's a tough, physical player that makes a ton of contested catches. He'll be great in the middle of the field. Again, running through contact, getting those extra yards. It's just something that the Eagles have not had done. Combined with Sean Manning and the offense that they're going to run is going to enhance Yak and enhance these opportunities, get the ball out a lot quicker. And so which also now takes some pressure off of the O-line, takes some pressure off of Jalen Hurts as well. It's just getting the ball out, you know, seeing it, trusting it, and letting it rip, and then not only getting completions, but not immediately tackled, right? Like I pointed that out really the last couple of years. It's like every catch is always catch tackle catch tackle catch tackle catch tackle, and it's just like not only do I think the system is going to change that, but then adding a My Lemon as well. And I agree with what Monty is saying. It's like right, the Eagles are kind of like alright, maybe we have a problem here in the passing this or that. And so like they identified the system that they want installed with the Eagles, and they go out and get that coordinator. They want to enhance the passing game, and they're like, alright, we're adding all these different pieces. And I think that the offense that the Eagles are going to look to run, because there's the whole idea, I talked about this before about like, oh, you need a wide receiver one, you need this, you need that, and it's just like it's all about ball distribution. It's all about distribution. It's all about like these types of offense that the Eagles are going to want to run. It's all about being a point guard. It's not about just feeding the beast, feeding the beast, feeding the beast. It's all about just being good at distributing the ball, being the point guard. And so, yeah, when you are flushed with enough talent, with enough receivers, people like, oh, this is not how the Eagles usually run their offense. And I'm like, well, the Eagles are looking to run a different offense. They're looking to do things differently than what they've done in the past. They're not looking to lather, rinse, repeat. And so that is what I respect and appreciate about about the Eagles. And this is what the Eagles have done in the past as well, right? They're like, hey, we're actually really good at running the ball, so let's go out and get the best running back we can. Why? Oh, and they do that. And people are like, oh, well, he's not that much of a difference maker than, Miles Sanders or, gosh, who was the other guy before that? Can't think of his name right now. Swift. And it's just like no, it makes a difference. And now when you're looking at the level of talent of receivers, like don't get too lost. I'm like, well, is Devontae Smith a true number one? And this is what I always laugh, and I talked about this last night, where it's just like, well, which is it? Because one minute you all say Devontae is an elite and it's not fair. Jalen Hurts is stacked. He's got 2 number 1 wide receivers. And now that A.J. Brown's leaving, they're like, well, Devontae Smith's not a real number 1 receiver. So it's like, so then he's a number 2. So then therefore the Eagles didn't have a stacked roster. They had a great run game and a wide receiver one. Congrats. So does the vast majority of every other team out there. So it's just like you guys can't ever even make up your mind with which direction you want to go in with all of this. But I really think that the way how the Eagles want to operate when you have a dynamic quarterback like Jalen Hurts and you have a dynamic running back. You don't need this absolute bona fide superstar Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, wide receiver. Like that's not how it's meant to operate. It's not to just even look at Sean McVay with Puka Nacua and Matthew Stafford. Puka was the abs. All-yet bona fide number 1 wide receiver. Yeah, Devontae Adams had 15 touchdowns, right? Like that's just the way how it works sometimes. And when we can see in the years past of, what Matt LaFleur has done with his offenses, or what more a better comp is Shanahan's offense and how he works with Debo and KD and Christian McCaffrey, right? Like it's distribution. It's distribution. It's not this bona fide, defined that's the number 1 receiver. That's who you have to attack. Like that's not the way those offenses are run. That's what makes them so resilient, versatile, dynamic, and so difficult to, defend against, because it's just you got a sea of people. And so really these offenses, the way how I kind of look at it for is like if you just have enough bees, if you just got enough bees on this team, you're in a great spot. Let alone A B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B B like you're just in a great spot that in any moment you get the ball in your playmaker's hands. It's big play potential. Big play potential. And it doesn't need to be a 30, 40-yard pass down the field for big play. It could be a 5-yard pass that turns into a 20-yard gain. Like that's the magic. That's the magic. And when you do have a lot of these fast guys, you do open up the field a lot. And then so you do find a lot more like, wow, how is KD so wide open? How is Deb? Oh. Right? Like you're like, how oh my gosh, Christian McCaffrey is getting the ball and he has another 5, a little dump off pass and he's got 8, 7, yards to run, right? And it's just like that's the kind of the magic of these offenses. And so they have a vision. The Eagles clearly have a vision. They're rounding out the roster with the players that they need to make that vision happen. And they got the conductor Sean Mannion. And so I always appreciate and respect when a team has a plan, when they have a plan, and they're like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to execute it. And it's great. So, I'm super excited by what this looks like long term. And yeah, again, as soon as I saw my lemon go to the Eagles, I was like, everybody wanted my lemon to go to Matthew Stafford and the Rams, and people could not be any higher on that. That's all my lemon and the Rams, and they're going to win the Super Bowl, and oh, Sean McVay with Stafford and my lemon. Oh my goodness gracious. Now he's with the Eagles and all of a sudden it's like, well, is he that good of a receiver? He's kind of a number 2. He doesn't work with Devontae. And it's like, okay guys. Okay, those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think? How do you feel about the Eagles drafting my lemon? Do you agree with Manini saying that they're the biggest winner? There's a lot of big winners. I have a lot of videos right now like so and so the big winner, and it's like there's a lot of big winners of the NFL draft so far. So, always fun. But let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build stuff that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really does help visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.